I recently had an experience which I've never had in my life before. For a while now, I've been watching YouTube videos on people car camping, and thought that'd be a lot of fun. It takes me back actually to probably one of my older memories, back when I was maybe 8 or 10 years of age. And I was living in Dunedin, New Zealand, which gets a lot of rain. And I remember building this little kind of hut, I guess you could call it, in the backyard. I can't remember what framing I used, probably wood that Dad had lying around. But I covered it with the sacking from the old coal sacks and the kindling sacks. And I remember being quite proud of the fact that I'd made this waterproof little shelter where I lit a candle inside it, and there was just me, and I read a book. And I don't know whether that kind of dates back to, caveman days, but I felt really proud of that, and that's probably why I still remember it today. G'day, my name's Barry, or granddad to my grandkids, and I think one or two of them may be watching this at some stage, so I'll say hi Miller and hi Kai Man. I promised them when I saw them recently that I would shout out to them. Anyway, yeah, for a while I've been thinking about camping in my car overnight, and recently I booked a camping spot at a place called Nannup, which I guess is about a 3.5-4 hour drive from home. I was going to take my Kluger down there. I had a blow-up mattress which I was going to chuck in the back, and I had a little camping stove, and yeah, that was about all. I booked a spot at this little through HipCamp, which is a great little app. I found a spot at a lavender farm down in Nannup. It was only $19 a night, and had great facilities. They had an outdoor kitchen with a stove and refrigerator and freezer, and then I had nice washrooms and shower blocks. Just 2 showers, one outdoor and one indoor. Anyway, as the day approached, for a long time I've been checking out vans on the internet, and just seeing what they go for, and then all of a sudden I saw this Hyundai iLoad van. It was a 2012 model, and it was really cheap. So I got hold of the guy, I went down there on my bike and I checked it out, left a deposit and picked it up the following day, and he showed me this big list of people on his Facebook Messenger page that have been wanting to see it, check it out that day and that weekend. But anyway, instead of taking the Kluger, I decided I'd throw the mattress in the back of this van, and I headed on down there. I also took with me, my whole intention really of going away for this weekend was to try out a new camera that I'd recently bought. It's a Yashica 635. Now, it's a medium format camera, and it's almost as old as I am. It's probably between 1 and 5 years younger than me. But when I bought it, the guy said he didn't actually use it. It was his uncle's, and so I pressed a couple of buttons and it seemed to work okay. Anyway, before I went away, I went and I ordered some medium format black and white film, and they arrived the day before I left, on the Monday. I left last Tuesday, and I was wrapped. So I headed down there, and then once I arrived down there, I went to load this film into my camera, and lo and behold, the winding gadget was broken and I couldn't wind any film into the camera. I was gutted. So I thought, oh, okay, so what else am I going to do? I went out and checked a few of the local townships. But the good thing, the thing which I didn't expect to come from this camping experience was I met 3 really nice people. It was a small campground. It could take it had a maximum of 4 campsites. And when I arrived there was an older woman around my age with her little teardrop camper. And she was doing a trip around Australia. Very brave woman to do that on her own. And so I was able to chat with her, and then I met this other guy. He was a year older than me. And he was down there, he was checking out all the off-road tracks. There's a lot of forestry around Nannup, and so he was enjoying his time there, and then he was going to head on to Perth to watch his grandson race this weekend in some national athletics competition. But anyway, after the first night, those 2 left, and I thought I was going to have the 3rd night on my own, and then this Japanese guy turned up, and he was car camping in his Kluger. It's exactly the same. I think his was a year younger than mine, and he spends half his life in Japan and half his life in Australia, but currently he's doing a trip around Australia in his car. And I found it really interesting talking to this guy. Seuz was his name, and he's from Osaka, Japan. And yeah, he showed me his outfit, and he showed me a little channel that he's got on YouTube. And yeah, this weekend I've invited him to stay here for a couple of nights while he passes through Perth, as I know, and he told me the local camping spots are really expensive once you get into the larger cities. So I told him to park up at my place, and I'm looking forward to chatting more with him and finding out more about his travels. What I really enjoyed about this trip was I went down there with just the basics. As I said, I had a blow-up mattress, which I had to pump up 2 or 3 times because it kept on going soft. But it was great, just lying in the back of my van, looking out through the back window. You could see the stars ahead, and it was bliss. It was fantastic, and I got 2 really, really good nights of sleep. Now, I must admit, I didn't take one photo while I was there. I didn't do any filming. Before I left, I thought, oh, this would make a good video for my channel. But I was actually quite hesitant to get my camera out in front of others. I suppose this is something I'm going to really have to get over, but yeah, I didn't feel confident, I guess, about doing that, so I didn't. So apologies that I haven't got any photos. I'll try and find a couple of photos of the camp that I stayed at and put those up so you can see and check it out. On the way home, I had another great experience. I'm from New Zealand, and New Zealand are well known for their great pies, great meat pies. But anyway, I stopped at a place called Bridgetown on the way home around 11 o'clock in the morning, and I saw some pies in the shop, and they were $5.50, and I thought, oh, should I get one now? Or I thought, no, it's a little bit early. So I waited till I got to the next town. Now, the next town was a place called Oyanup, and I ran into this Japanese guy, Seuz, and he said to me, oh, check out that cafe there. I just got a pie from there. It was really nice. So I did. I went in there and I put $10 on the counter, and I asked for this steak and mushroom pie. Now, above all the pies, every pie that they were selling, they had, won an award 2024, won an award 2022 or whatever. And so I thought, oh, these pies must be good pies. Anyway, they said, yep, that's $10, thanks. And I was quite taken back, but I was like, okay. I got that pie out and I got into it, and it was the best pie I've ever had. Better than, sorry, my friends back in New Zealand, but it was better than any pie I've had in New Zealand. It was really delicious. I almost went back and bought another one. But anyway, I just wanted to share this experience with you. Hopefully in the future I've got intentions of fitting my van out, turning it into more of a permanent camper, and I'll show the progress on that, and hopefully I'll get the courage to film some of my trips away and show those as well. But thanks for watching. Bye.